guys, so let's talk about your offer. Okay, so building your brand and its offer is important in the sense that if somebody doesn't buy from you, they need to remember who you are and what it is that you do. So you want your offer to be so clear that nobody can forget it. They will remember you forever. Okay, now this course is focused on delivering, you know, tangible services and products to service-based industries. Now, service-based industries are things like dentists, plumbers, sparkies, anything that involves a customer needing to come in and see that person. And it's usually businesses like this that don't see a customer for a while. So they might, for example, a dentist, that person probably only comes in once a year, meaning that this dentist relies on this word here, churn. Okay, so we want to be focusing on industries that have a lot of churn and businesses that rely on that phone ringing and that emails coming in every single day for them to stay afloat. If a dentist isn't getting any phone calls or he's not getting any bookings, his practice is going to be gone in no time. So we want to find somebody who relies on that churn, and we want to pick a niche or an industry. Okay. Keep in mind, guys, this is going to be a little bit tough when you get started because nobody is going to know who you are. You're not going to have any experience. Your first couple of clients that you land are going to be the hardest ones to obtain, but that's life. It doesn't change the fact that if you pick a good niche and you stick with that industry, that if you say, for example, work with two dentists and you call up a third dentist and you say, "Hey, mate, I'm generating 100 inquiries a month for dentists in Auckland," that he's going to take you seriously. He's going to respect what you're saying because you've got experience with what he needs help with. If you're just working with a glazier here and a plumber here and a sparky here, nobody's going to take you seriously when you call them up because they're not impressed by your experience or your portfolio. So we recommend sticking with one industry, keeping that industry, nice and focused, and then that's going to mean that for your proposals for things that you're proposing, obviously you're going to have to talk about what you're offering. You can clone that, you can replicate it, you can send it to 10 people in a day if you want. If you have to send 10 proposals to 10 different industries in a day, it's going to take you so much time to make those proposals that you're going to wish you'd never even gotten them on board. Okay, so anyway, moving on. Um, it's important to consider that we're going to put you guys in two situations here where you have to pick between, there's two types of service industries. There's low volume and high value, meaning that, they might make two sales a day, but they make a lot of money when they make those sales, or there's high volume, low value. So that would be, for example, like maybe like a glazier. They might make 200 bucks in a window, but they're doing 20 windows a day or 10, 15 windows a day. So versus the dentist who, he's low volume, high value. So he might be charging $2,000 for a customer, but he might only see four customers in the day. So you guys are going to have to pick between those two. I recommend something in the middle. From my experience, these industries here are really ideal. So dentists, electricians, or security install companies, lots of CCTV alarm systems. These guys, they make a lot of money, they get a lot of inquiries, and there's a lot of people out there with homes and things they want to secure. The same way that there's glass everywhere, glaziers, everybody's got a set of teeth. Everybody, has light bulbs in their house. Everybody wants security. Everybody has glass. So the reality is pick something that you like the sound of, run with it. It doesn't matter. You're not going to get it wrong. You can provide value to all of these people, and you don't need to have any industry knowledge around any of these things. Um, Now, I want you to understand that we want to keep these people on board. We don't want them to cancel. Okay, so if you spend time getting somebody on board, keep in mind that if they stay on board for the next 5 years, you don't want that to be a hassle. You don't want to be going after clients that are going to be headaches. You want to go after clients that are qualified. They've got a budget to invest, and they're going to treat you with respect. And that's the type of clientele that I look for. I would rather turn 10 people away than take 10 people on that give me headaches. All right, moving on. We're going to provide you guys with everything that you need to get these guys sussed. Okay, so realistically, there's going to be a few assets and a few tangible things that you don't know how to do, which we're going to just give you straight away. We just want you guys making money. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys everything that you need. You just let me know when you need it. Okay, so reach out to our support team, they'll get it sorted for you. Okay, but listen, these are the questions that I would ask myself if I was having to pick an industry again. Okay, so how much is the customer lifetime value worth to the client in this industry? If we use a dentist as an example, I go to my dentist, once every 6 months to a year. So if I'm seeing him every 6 months and it costs me, let's say, 500 bucks every time I see him, Well, that's $1,000 a year. How many times am I going to go see the guy? Well, if I live in the same place for 10 years, I'm going to see him, I'm going to spend $10,000 with the guy. So the customer lifetime value is the repeat value of the business that you're bringing in. And if it's a high number, that's usually a good indicator that people are willing to pay you guys juicy commission because the customers that you're bringing them are worth money. Moving right on, how much is somebody going to pay you for that customer? We'll do the math, okay? It's got to be profitable for the business, and it's got to be profitable, after they've been through their costs, their advertising costs, your costs, all of these things. It's still got to be profitable because if it's not profitable, that person's not going to stay investing in you. They're not going to keep on board. So you got to price your stuff accordingly and make sure that you're delivering good results. I'm not expecting you guys to go out there and deliver amazing Google results. If you want to, you can go and try. But what we're offering you here is a full on access to our team. We're giving you guys resources in terms of price lists, all of the product knowledge. You can just literally bootstrap our team if you want, or you can go and figure it out yourself. I don't really care. Up to you. Now, question one, what's the lifetime value of a customer worth? We want it to be over $1,000. Okay, how much would somebody be willing to pay you for that customer? Ideally, 10%. So if you're getting $100 for every $1,000 inquiry or $1,000 customer that you're bringing in, that you're making $1,000 for every 10 customers you're bringing the guy. Great, awesome. Um, would somebody pay me ongoing for this service, or is it a once off? So ideally speaking, you want that to be a yes. It's got to be a yes. The whole point of what we're doing here is we're compounding our success so that people end up paying us over a long period of time. I've got clients that have been paying me for almost 10 years, and they're more than happy to keep doing it because I generate them lots of money too. Um, moving on, you can get an idea that we're working with glaziers here, and just to give you an idea of the size of what some of these contracts are worth, some glaziers I'm working with pay me $1,000 a month. Others are paying me up to 4,000. Last month, I had a payment from a glazier over $5,000 from one business in 1 month. If that ain't decent, I don't know what is. But anyway, guys, this is positive. I want you to pick an industry. I want you to pick a niche, and we're going to stick with it. Okay, we're not going to change it for the first 1,000 calls.